Maybe you now recognize Senator Christopher Go. Mr. President.
Senator Christopher Bongo, gentleman from Davao, is recognized.
Salamat, Mr. President. Good sponsor, and to the DOTR, magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Mr. President, transportation has always been the backbone of our economy. It fuels growth, connects our communities, and allows our people to have access to education, work, and opportunities. Yet, despite the progress in recent years, our country continues to face challenges in the transport sector. Among these is the worsening traffic congestion in Metro Manila and other highly urbanized areas. Halos araw-araw, milyon-milyong Pilipino po ang nasasadlak sa matinding traffic, causing not only lost productivity but also robbing our people of precious time with their families. Ang nakakalungkot, Mr. President, traffic congestion has been identified as costing our economy billions of pesos daily. Mr. President, we must build on the momentum of the previous administration's golden age of infrastructure. Projects such as the North-South Commuter Railway, the Metro Manila Subway, and the rehabilitation of MR3 are concrete steps that gave our people hope for a better transport system. Let us continue expanding our railway network, modernizing our airports and seaports, and investing in sustainable mass transport systems that will not only ease congestion, but also create safer, more reliable, and more efficient travel for all. Short questions lang po ito, Mr. President, lalong-lalo na po dito sa status ng mga infrastructure projects which were approved during the last administration of former President Duterte. Na-implement pa ho ba ito sa ngayon at ilan na ho ba ang ongoing at tapos na po, Mr. President?
Your Honor, Mr. President, I agree with you. In fairness po, these major infrastructure projects were started during the time of former President Rodrigo Duterte, and I was also a witness when the late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who's a friend to the Philippines, committed that they will undertake the North-South Commuter Line, nandun po tayo sa dinner, and the Metro Manila Subway System. That was 2016. I was so happy, excited. Sabi ko, finally, matutuloy na itong mga pangarap natin. But in line with that also, sana meron po South Long Haul. Ito po yung dapat Bicol Line and the Mindanao Railway System. Unfortunately, these two projects did not materialize. It is put on hold right now. But the NSCR, or the North-South Commuter Line, which stretches from Laguna, Metro Manila, and up to Clark in Pampanga, is ongoing and full blast. The Metro Manila Subway System is also ongoing in full blast. MRT7 will be online by 2027, hopefully, and completed by 2028. Then the MRT rehab, it's still because of the Sumitomo. When Sumitomo re-entered as the maintenance provider, the operation has been improved immensely. So yun po ang natin. Hopefully, under this administration, yung pong pangako kasi dapat build better more. Sana po ma-pursue yung South Long Haul and Mindanao Railway System, which has been put on hold. But the two which were started the previous administration are now full blast, the NSCR and the Metro Manila Subway System.
Hindi naman naapektuhan sa mga controversies ngayon, Mr. President, ang inyong implementation ng mga proyekto?
It's not affected in the sense that because these are overseas development assistance, these are foreign assisted projects. So tuloy-tuloy naman po siya. Ang magandang ginawa lang po natin sa Senado ngayon ay nilagay na po natin sa program appropriations, yung pong foreign assisted yung loans and yung government participation. It was lodged kanina, matagal namin pinag-usapan ni Sen. Joel na nailagay po ito sa program appropriations 2024 yata, kaya nagkaroon po ng problema and delays na nagresulta rin kung bakit ang JICA ay umangal na mismo sa Pangulo. But through the Senate's intervention, we made sure this time that it will now be lodged under the program appropriations, both the GOP portion and the foreign and the loan proceeds. And yung pong merong may iwan sa program appropriations, pero malita porsyento na lamang, but there will be a special provision that I will be proposing, which Senator Gatchalian agreed, that in case yung pong billing, for example, yung loan releases are demanded, priority po ito talaga release para wala hong delay, Your Honor. Mr.
So, ibig
President.
mo sabihin, Mr. President, mas stricto po itong mga foreign-assisted projects. Minomonitor po ng mga, foreign counterpart na maiwasan po yung pinagsasamantalahan po ng ilan, Mr. President?
Very strict po because it's ADB funded, JICA also. Napaka-stricto po ng project management team. Composed of composite, no? May Japanese, meron pong Pilipino. Pero alam naman po natin pag Japanese po yan, iba ang quality, iba rin po yung kanilang pagiging stricto sa pagbabantay ng mga proyekto, Your Honor.
Salamat at bawat sentimo po ay dapat accounted po. Dahil pondo rin po ito ng bayan, yung counterpart po ng budget po ng Pilipinas. Anyway, the DOTR previously announced that the launch of the pilot operations of Cebu Bus Rapid Transit, no, ito pong Cebu BRT, natuloy ho ba ito last September? Ano ang status po nito, Mr. President?
It was about to be launched, Your Honor. Ito pong Cebu Bus Rapid Transit. Unfortunately, two major calamities struck Cebu, yung pong earthquake and itong recently, itong bagyo, yung flooding. No? So, na-push back lang po but it is ready for launching already and I think it was, na-resolve na rin po yung ilang issues. No? Dati sa Kapitolyo, may magan, pero I think it has been resolved. So, na-push back lang po.
Ito rin pong 2.5 billion was allocated for fuel subsidy to transport sector affected by rising fuel prices. Ano na ang status ng programa? Malaking tulong po ito sa ating mga public utility drivers. Ika nga, bawat piso, bawat sentimo ay napakahalaga po nito. Pambili na yun ng pagkain sa kanilang mga pamilya, baon sa mga anak. So, pinatuloy ho ba itong programang ito?
Your Honor, Mr. President, meron ho kasing requirement to. We have to reach the $80 per barrel, no, para ito po yung magiging trigger para ma-release po ito. So not until we reach this limit, hindi po magagamit ito pong subsidy, Your Honor.
Ano ang status na po sa improvements ng NAIA and of course no, during the previous administration to decongest our airports, especially NAIA, the DOTR led by then Secretary Tugade, constructed new airports and improved existing ones. Dami na po magagandang airports tulad ng sa Legazpi, sa province ng Albay. They were able to complete more than 200 airport projects including long-delayed international airport projects. Kasama na po dyan yung Bohol Panglao International Airport. Ito pong Mactan Cebu International Airport. Clark, napakaganda po na inumpisahan rin po noon ni na BCDA Chairperson, now Secretary Vince Dizon. At marami pong mga rehabilitation of airports severely damaged by natural calamities in previous years. At interesado rin po ako na malaman ano na ang developments sa sinagawang mga airport. I also wrote a letter to the committee to support and push for the funding of the Mati Airport. It will help decongest the Davao International Airport, no? Dahil 3 hours po ang biyahe. Ito po isa rin po sa iyong sinuportahan na Mr. Sponsor. Sana po ituloy-tuloy na po ito at maging operational po itong airport na ito dahil sa ngayon, minsan naglalanding doon, merong tumatawid na mga aso. Sana maging operational na po ito. Sayang naman po. And it will help boost the tourism in Davao Oriental. Malaking tulong po ito. Sana po tuloy-tuloy rin po ang pagpupondo nitong Mati Airport na dati pa nating pinaglalaban, Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President, Your Honor, thank you for your questions and also concern on the airports. With NAIA, I think there has been considerable improvement. One of the more successful PPP ventures, no, with San Miguel right now. I think with only 1 year, no, malaki na po ang bago po sa NAIA, and we can see bigger, more improvements coming in the years. So we're very optimistic of that. When it comes to the other airports, the upgrading of airports and improvement are continuous, no. Like for example, in our Senate intervention, upgrading of of other airports, regional airports ang target ng DOTR is to upgrade almost all airports to lengthen the runways and for most of the airports to be nitrated para dumami po ang flights, no, ma-spread out yung flights. Nabanggit niyo po yung Legazpi, the Senate allocated 1 billion for its improvement. Siargao Airport, we allocated 100 million. For the regional airports, the one we will be improving at Camiguin, Bukidnon, Catbalogan, Daet, and even yung pong binanggit nyo kanina Mati na airport, we also put funding for initial fund. It will be multi-year, Your Honor, Mr. President, because we want to open that side of Davao, no? Yung Davao Oriental, magaganda yun eh. Davao Oriental, Davao Occidental, and it will improve even Surigao and Caraga region. Kasi maganda yung area yun. Kaya lang, as you mentioned, it's 3 or 4 hours away from Davao City. So hopefully in 2 or 3 years' time, if we can complete the airport, mapapahaba natin yung runway, we'll put the terminals, it will be operational by that time. So it will open a new gateway for tourism and for commerce, Your Honor, Mr. President.
Salamat, Mr. Sponsor, sa yung walang sawang suporta sa mga airports natin. The NEDA DOTR road crash costing model estimates that road crashes cost our economy about 105 billion annually due to productivity losses, hospitalizations, and infrastructure damages. How does the department intend to address the rise in injuries on our roads? Bilang isa rin pong motorcycle rider, tulad po ng sponsor na motorcycle rider din po, paano po natin na-address ang road safety risk na kinakaharap ng ating mga motorcycle riders? May budget po ba para dito, Mr. President?
Your Honor, Mr. President, earlier, Senate President Soto interpolated and he was proposing to add a budget for the road safety action plan, no? Kasi po wala pong budget 'yon. And this will help a lot in terms of road safety, no? Kasi alam niyo si SP po natin, sabi ko among us, siya lang talaga yung nagda-drive araw-araw, no, na walang driver, walang backup, wala lahat. So he knows the real score in our roads to know. So hopefully if we can fund this will help improve in prevent road crashes, no, by having ito pong mga drivers education, lalo na po siguro I'm a rider, a motorcycle just like you, more than 50-60% of the road crashes involve motorcycles. Of course there's only 2 wheels, mas talaga prone to accidents, but meron po tayong proposal that mandatory riders education will be conducted before anybody is given that the opportunity to own to purchase a motorcycle. Kung baga gagawin nating mandatory riders education bago po sila pagbilhan ng motorcycle, and also to renew or to apply for a license na category, kasi may category iba yung motorcycle. So kailangan ng riders education. So LTO and the DOTR intends to make that requisite, no, yung pong riders education. Honor.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Last 2 questions na lang po. I also note that we must further support the budget of the Philippine Coast Guard in light of the challenges faced by the PCG in the West Philippine Sea, and considering that they are crucial in our disaster rescue operations. Laking tulong po nito tuwing merong disaster. I filed the Senate Bill 682, or the proposed Philippine Coast Guard Modernization Act, to expand the capabilities of the Philippine Coast Guard through significant asset upgrades and organizational development. But while this is pending, I hope we could already lend our support to the budget of the Philippine Coast Guard for its modernization. The PCG requested a budget of 62 billion to the DBM, but only 35 billion was approved. May we know what programs and projects will be affected by this? What programs will be covered by the 8 billion added in the committee report? Should it be approved, no? Pagtulungan po sana natin ang ating madagdagan yung pondo ng Philippine Coast Guard.
Your Honor, Mr. President, you're correct. No? The Senate committee recommended and added 8 billion for the budget of the Philippine Coast Guard. Mostly, ang pinaka-major acquisitions will be the vessels. No? Mayroon tayong 97-meter. Yun po yung pinakamalaking barko po, Teresa Magbanwa, of this type that will be purchased na 97-meter multi-role response vessel. And tatlo ba yung 87 mo? For procurement, 3 more 87-meter vessel that will greatly enhance the capability of the Coast Guard, especially in the West Philippine Sea. But the biggest benefit for our Coast Guard personnel is the Senate's intervention of increasing the subsistence allowance from 150 pesos to 350 pesos per day.
Thank you. Let me put into the record my full support for Philippine Coast Guard also. Earlier this year, there were alleged incidents of tanimbala in the NAIA. Meron pa ba ito? O kala ko nawala na ito? Tagal na, since 2016, during the time of former President Duterte, na maalala ko galit na galit po siya dahil talagang pinapahirapan po ang ating mga OFWs na mga inosente naman po na nagtatrabaho lamang pero naging biktima po nitong tanimbala. At sa maalala ko, tapos wala na po ito. So totoo bang the DOTR has fired 3 employees of the OTS over alleged involvement in the extortion scheme? O ibang scheme po ang ginawa nila? Ano bang hakbang ang ginagawa ng DOTR para masiguro na hindi na maulit itong tanimbala scheme na bumibiktima sa ating mga kababayan, lalo-lalo na po sa mga OFWs? For this year, 450 million was allocated for the purchase of body-worn cameras for transport security. Malaking tulong po ito na mayroon silang body cam ang ating mga transport security personnel. Totoo ba itong naiulat this year or ibang scheme po ang ginawa?
Your Honor, Mr. President, doon po sa yung pong tatlong natanggal, it's not anymore under Secretary Dizon or Secretary Lopez. Yung tatlo yata yun na natanggal. It was previously under Secretary Bautista. 3 personnel. Pero yung po sa tanimbala, according to Secretary Lopez, there are no incidents anymore. Kung sakali man, baka daw yung mga amulet o yung pong anting-anting, nalililet go na po yun. No? Wala hong, as of the present, they have no knowledge of any tanimbala.
So ibang insidente po ito, yung natanggal?
Iba po. Ito po yung kumain
It's not
yata nung sumubo ng pera, Your Honor, Mr. President.
It's not tanimbala. Anyway, with the...
And also, yung just to add, we also added budget for OTS for them to procure body-worn cameras. So lahat po ng OTS personnel manning the X-rays, the airports will have body-worn cameras already. So to prevent yung magkaroon ng mga irregularity at ng mga kalokohan, hindi maiwasan na po yun kasi lahat po sila magkakaroon ng body-worn camera.
And with the able leadership now of OTS head, no, si Yusek, former General Gilbert Cruz, siya na bang magaling naman po yun, so kayang-kaya na niya yun na mapigilan po yung mga extortion scheme. Anyway, lastly, Mr. President, speaking of OTS, minsan po sakay ako sa airport, no, napadaan po ako dyan sa security sa isang sa NAIA terminal, domestic flight. Paghubad ko po sa jacket ko, nung kinuha ko na sa tray, meron lang po silang pinaabot na mensahe. Sir, baka naman ma-follow up lang yung bonus namin for Christmas. That was a week ago. I think na-release na ho ba yung bonus nila? Para magsipag po yung ating mga empleyado po ng OTS para mas pag-igihan pa nila ang kanilang trabaho to ensure security ng ating mga pasahero.
According to our OTS head, newly installed OTS head this year, former General Gilbert Cruz, yes, it has been released, the bonuses and their salaries, Your Honor, Mr. President.
Salamat. Mga disiplinado naman yung inyong mga OTS personnel sa airport and they're doing their job. Yun lang po, Mr. President. My full support always sa ating DOTR. Maraming salamat. And of course, sa ating bagong secretary. Kayang-kaya mo yan. Magaling po ito ang ating secretary ng DOTR, Secretary Banoy Lopez. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Sponsor.
Thank you, Senator Bongo, for the support for the DOTR family.